Good day and welcome to this introductory session. Today's focus will be on the use of Gemba walks and activity follows to support quality improvement projects. By the end of this bite-sized session, you should have an understanding of what a Gemba walk is and why you might complete one, what an activity follow is and why you might complete one, at what stage of an improvement project you would utilise these tools, and the similarities or differences and links to other improvement tools. A Gemba walk is a simple but effective improvement tool. It involves going to see and experience the problems for yourself. This will help to develop a better understanding of the problems being reported. Information gathered during the Gemba walk can help to inform the improvement process. A Gemba walk is usually completed during the planning phase of an improvement project to see how processes work in real time, understand how work is completed currently, and identify any barriers or problems encountered that might require improving. When completing a Gemba walk, you should have prepared by firstly picking a topic to observe. For example, I may wish to focus on discharge processes. You should always prepare the team and tell them why you are coming and when you're coming. It is important that they know it is not them being observed but the process. This can alleviate any potential anxiety staff may feel. You must position yourself where the value stream is. This means being where value-added activities are. These are activities that move the process one step further forward to completion. For example, if I was wanting to look at discharge processes, I would likely be spending time observing the discharge coordinator and any people they came into contact with. You may wish to make a record of your observations. This may include details like tasks completed, how long they took, who completed them, exactly how the task was completed, any barriers, weights, or problems encountered. It is often useful to have a second pair of eyes, particularly if you do not fully understand all elements of the work being completed. The second person may be seeing things that you have missed. They can help to explain the work and answer any questions you may have about the process in general. It is good practice to follow up with the team and let them know your findings and what your next steps will be. An activity follow is similar to a Gemba walk. However, instead of choosing a topic, for example discharge processes, an activity follows involves following one specific process, for example provision of discharge medication. The process chosen is followed from beginning to end, and all tasks, decisions and outcomes would be documented. It may be necessary to take some measures such as length of time for individual tasks to be completed and number of errors, problems or defects encountered. The process will often be followed several times, with different members of staff completing the process at different times of day. This enables any variation to be detected. An activity follows is used to develop one's understanding of how work is currently completed and any waste or variation which may be having a negative impact. It is therefore useful to complete an activity follows in the planning phase of an improvement project. The process when completing an activity follows is very similar to that of a Gemba walk, but the core difference is that instead of choosing a general topic to observe, one particular and very specific process is followed from beginning to end. For example, during your Gemba walk looking at discharge processes, you may have observed delays in discharge medications being problematic. You might now choose to follow the process of provision of discharge medications from beginning to end. This would involve following the process from the script being written, sent to pharmacy, being received and processed in pharmacy, medication being made up and delivered to the ward, then being provided to the patient. Before you follow the process, you will want to consider exactly what details you will need to record. This usually involves recording exactly what tasks were completed, in what order, how long they took, who completed them, any delays, waste or variation. It is likely that this information will be used to populate a process map of how work is currently completed. You can learn more about process mapping by attending our Service Improvements training programme. To summarise, you should use these tools in the planning phase of an improvement project to better understand the problems occurring in the workplace. The information gathered can help guide improvement work and generate potential solutions to problems. Ensure staff are aware of the reasons for your visit. If they are not, this may create anxiety. Follow the process, not the people. The biggest opportunity for improvement is in our processes. Gemba walks can often inform the need for activity follows on specific processes. Activity follows are a great source of information to create a current state process map. Don't forget to follow a process more than once and over different time frames. This will help to determine if there is any variation in the process and why. If you have any questions in relation to Gemba walks and activity follows, please reach out to the Leadership and Improvement team on the email address displayed. They will be happy to support your learning journey. You can also learn more about the various improvement tools and techniques through our continuous improvement programme, which includes a variety of bite-sized, half-day and full-day training courses. Many of our courses are now CPD accredited, with many more to gain accreditation in the near future. Go to Strive events for the most up-to-date course information. Thank you.